too high of an RPM. Just chirp the tires shifting.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that funny? Yeah, it's like I have that issue with pants because I have a specific kind of pants that I like to wear. Like I don't skip a lot of leg days, so my thighs are, I got a little bit of meat on them.
Yeah.
But I'm also shorter, so like, if I don't wear pants that have the crotch diamond, then that little like the seam where everything comes together,
like pinches everything
it
off.
rubs against the inner thighs really bad.
Not on the taint, just on the inner thighs?
No, just on the inner thighs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like I don't have a thigh gap like the white girls do. So anyways, if I don't have the crotch diamond, then I've got that like, there's just that seam where all of it comes together. That's kind of like a hard little thing, and like it will rub against the inside of the leg and scratch and really uncomfortable.
I did not
Is
know
that hilarious?
Yeah. That's hilarious.
So hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be working on the shoebox.
Yeah, we gotta pull a transmission out.
Yeah.
So much fun.
We just built it, now we gotta take it apart.
That's how this works.
So as you guys remember, this thing shifts really, really hard. Cut to that video.
I feel like it's shifting harder now.
Yeah, so it's awful. What it does, what it thinks it's doing, what's happening is it is a $700 R4 that has a sticking throttle valve. So in these, they're not an electronic transmission, they are a mechanical transmission. So what's happening is there's attached to the throttle, there's a throttle cord.
The cord, okay.
And that throttle cable runs down into there's a valve inside the transmission that it attaches to. So as the throttle opens, it pulls it open and increases line pressure.
Okay.
So what happens with these things is part of why 700 R4s burn up so often is they're improperly set. Well, what can also happen is they can get stuck closed or stuck open. And in this case, this one's stuck wide open. Means I've been able to drive it, but it also means that
it shifts super hard.
Awful. It thinks it's at wide open throttle always. So it doesn't shift until 3,000 RPMs, and when it does, it barks the tires every time. So I can't have that. This stock rear end's gonna explode if I keep up on that, and it's awful to drive. It's awful. So
we're gonna pull it out, make a big mess,
yeah,
and drop it off at a shop to hopefully just get it cleaned out.
Yeah, hopefully they'll be able to just pull the valve body assembly and then refresh those things, change that seal, the input shaft seal, output input, whatever that is. So that shaft seal will get replaced. So anyway, thanks guys. That is what we're doing today. Appreciate you tuning in. I guess let's start doing things.
Yeah, let's go play with trends.
Yeah.
Okay. That.
Are we?
Maybe. I think it's important.
Down.
Yeah, so it's kind of like I can go a tiny bit forward if I need to. Look at that.
Oh, I see the bolt you're talking about.
Yeah, I think it's the most obvious one.
I can see it.
Should be, that was the goal.
Car is down slowly. Okay, just on the
Shaped tips.
Tonka fucking
When you're actually built like a man, these things don't beat
built
you.
like a man. You shop at the junior section at Old Navy.
Yeah, but I'm thick. I had a massage therapist told me I'm a brick one day.
That's not necessarily a good thing. Jesus Christ, you want to lay off the carbs a little bit? Built a house out
She
of
didn't
it.
say that. I was built like a gingerbread man.
If you're ever in a canal, the winds get strong. Just sit there, you'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. I'm my wife's anchor. She's like, you're like my rock, and I'm like, I know.
I am a rock.
That's why I've got these Oreos in my hand.
Alright, at this point, we could probably lower it down very carefully and see if she slides back for us. You sure you got everything? Got all the bolts and everything?
I think so.
You have no f***ing clue.
We'll find out.
Right. So just come down as far as you can right before the jack starts coming off.
That's where it's starting to come
right
off.
there. You go up just a smidge. Perfect.
Sweet Bobby Jesus.
I'm like in the worst spot possible to do this.
Yeah,
Can I see that light real quick?
anywhere I can cry.
Okay.
I did not pin my arm.
Yep. Like I am. And we're just gonna come back with it.
Yeah, so it's working. It's coming down.
Hey, look at that.
Hands free?
Free enough.
Free enough. Alright, we're all the way down.
Yeah, it's not that okay anymore. What's up? Go drop off Jake's busted ass transmission.
Yup.
Hopefully it's no longer busted.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try and explain to him like what. That's the thing. It's like,
I need everything done.
well, I want to get some pricing from him too because I just don't know how much it's all gonna be.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it shifted. It go into the gears just fine, but the problem was that it's like shifting super hard. So it's like, do I just need a valve body? Well, if I only need a valve body, see how much more it is for a rebuild.
Tear it apart. They're like, oh, we can just clean this out really good. And
Yeah.
save you a ton better.
Yeah, exactly. See like what all's gonna go into it. And then of course getting those two snapped off bolts. We didn't show you guys that, but 2 bolts snapped off on the tail shaft portion of it.
Yeah, for the mount there.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because it's aluminum, but
I know, it's so weird. Why would those bolts break? Just so subjected to rust and stuff, probably.
because we live in Minnesota, nothing comes apart nice.
Yeah, nothing. Alright. Well, let's get over to Dave's. So I love this place because it's just like, there's just so much shit outside. There's a million cars. Hey guys, alright, so I got a phone call from my guy Daryl down at Dave's Transmission. It's great when you've got somebody that you can trust to work on your stuff. I'm a do-it-yourselfer, so I hate having other people work on any of my projects, but let me tell you, when you find people you can trust that do a good job, I know, it's pretty priceless. So Dave's Transmission's the best. I got a phone call, and after a little bit of discussion about like kind of what the history of this thing is, which is fairly unknown, I just mentioned that it's a Camaro transmission, and he's like, okay, I should probably pull the valve body. Plucks the valve body out of the thing. Come to find out, it was all modified. Like somebody had check valves out of it, and like a whole bunch of screwy things going on. So, you know, go figure. Somebody modified it so that it would intentionally slam shift like that. So kind of a performance thing. So he swapped all the stock stuff back into it, and then put in like a spring to help with the return on the throttle valve and all that. So he thinks it should be good. So we're gonna pick it up and toss it back in here, and hopefully it shifts nicely. That's great.
Springs and accumulators in it, so awesome.
Yeah.
And that's what, like I said, well, you know, I had the whole front out of it, so I checked the clutches and I.
Oh, do you toss a new seal in it and stuff too?
Yep. So I'm the front seal,
Perfect,
so
thank you. All right. Well, that's weird. All right, well there we have it, guys. Transmission's been picked up. Yeah, he said that what these guys do is they take out a accumulator valve spring or something like that, and that's a hoopty. Yes, yeah, something with the accumulator, and then they also do they remove some check valves. So what he referred to it as a slammer, and that's definitely what it does. It is slam shifts. So hopefully that's it. All right, let's get back to the garage and load this thing up, see if we can get her installed and get it started. That's it. Yeah, just back off a little bit more. Man, that's a lot of time spent underneath this silly thing. All right, so cross member bolt is tightened up. That was the one last thing that I remembered I had to do. Other than that, I think everything's good to go. So the next step, I think, is I'm gonna have to reconnect the battery and let's see, air up the air suspension so I can put this thing down, because it does have a slow leak in it. So I can't just straight drop this down because I won't be able to get a jack out from under it. So you gotta do that, and then I need to reconnect the dipstick tube for the transmission to the firewall so I can fill it up through there. And then I think we're ready to actually fire this thing up again and kind of test to see if the transmission shifts right. Yeah, so they told me throw 5 quarts in it, and then you can fire her up, and I'll just have to top it off once it's warmed up and all that stuff. But we'll throw 5 in, and then we'll check the other fluids and fire it up.
Okay, looks good. Make sure we're actually in park. Okay, sweet. Definitely foot on the brake. Boy, she wanted to run, holy shit. Let's see if this still makes noise. Drained out the old fluid out of it. Double checked the, make sure that there's a filter in it, stuff like that. Just checking the obvious. Nothing looked obvious under the pan, and I didn't really see any junk in the fluid. I haven't checked super closely yet, but just looking at it coming out, it really didn't look like there was any crap in it. So I don't know. We're gonna fire up and see if it's still making that terrible noise. Some noise. Sounds better. All right, let's get her on the ground. Take her for a cruise.
think I got the rattle figured out. So, I mean, you always got to go for the most obvious stuff. So, maybe this is it. I've got a exhaust hanger that's missing a fastener. So, slap that in real quick. Let's see if that fixes this rattle. Let's see if that helps.
Okay, so next, and maybe most important, you drop it down, and then I'm going to set the throttle valve cable, get that tweaked ever so slightly, because I think that that's actually part of the hard shifting issue. So let's take care of that and adjust it really quick, and then take her up for another drive.
Great. All right, let's get some light on it.
Show you guys how I'm going to do this.
Okay, so we've got our throttle cable. Yes, I know I need to add another spring to this. I'm going to take care of that soon here. But so what we did was we put a spring on the end of it that provides just a little bit of tension on the throttle valve cable at all times, and that helps with line pressure, because that was part of the issue we were having initially, part of why it was shifting kind of late. That was Daryl's suggestion, is putting one of these guys on there, and it helped. Now, the last thing is to adjust the cable itself. So you can actually adjust it here, and then you can also adjust the cable inside of this assembly as well. So there's a little like tab on the top there. You can see it, it's kind of a bronze color. And what you do is you push down on that with like a screwdriver, and that'll allow the whole cable itself to slide inside of this hard plastic piece. You can see I've already adjusted it a little bit. So what I'm going to do is just adjust it one more time, and then we're going to take this thing for a drive, and I think we got it. Okay, so tabbing the plastic piece up here on the tab on the top of this housing, and then push that down, and then you can adjust and pull the cable in and out. So there we go. Got it. You can make pretty small adjustments, and it'll make a difference on it. So probably doesn't look like much, but it moved a tab. So we're gonna try that out and see if that takes care of it, and then take this thing for a drive.
Goes into gear better. Ooh, that shifted nice. I'd say that's a good sign, guys. Thank you. Nice, she's shifting great now. I got a rubbing heat shield, but other than that, it's good. Yeah, that is so much better, guys. So there it is. I think we got her figured out. The issue with the noise had to do with the dipstick reading wrong. Go figure. So we got that figured out and added more fluid until those the valves inside the pump stopped making a buzzing noise. So that's figured out. And the issue
But the shifting had to do with a bunch of the check valves and stuff like that were removed inside of the valve assembly, valve body. Then we had to adjust the TV cable to get it completely dialed in. Shifts like a dream now. All right, guys, I think we got it ironed out. So, thanks for tuning in. And I think next we'll start working on the rear suspension. So we'll see you on the next one.